How you going? It's just Josh here from Darryl Reeks Archery, and today we're going to do a review on the PSE Fever. Now, this bow was in manufacturing probably back in 2015, 2016. I think they'd be running, shops would be running out of them by now. I doubt you'd find too many of these available anymore. This is the blackout one, and this PSE Fever, if you have a look at the riser, and if you're a PSE fan, you'll notice that that riser is kind of almost identical to the X-Force series of PSE bows. So, but what made the Fever pretty cool, you know, had the quad limbs with the wide set, and it had obviously the X-Force. It was literally a smaller version of the X-Force line. Matter of fact, it wasn't even that short. Like, you know, they got 60-pound versions were available. So this one here is a 50, but they had 60, they had 50, they had 40, and they had 30-pound variants of these. They all went from 11 to 29 inches. So, you know, as much as it was kind of designed for, you know, a smaller, a shorter draw person, or even like a young adult, yeah, it really actually had the ability to be to have a 60-pound one of them, and you know, for most men could have shot this bow as well. And I say that because, you know, 28 to about 30 inches is the standard sort of size for an average male shooter. So, you know, 29 inches, it sort of got half of them in there as well. So, yeah, but that's kind of irrelevant. The real point for this bow was for the growing archer. That's really where it comes into shine. You know, it's a huge amount of adjustments. Like I said, 11 to 29 inches. Had like 12 turns of limb bolt adjustment there, and wasn't that bad. Like this one here I've got, it's about 26 inches I think I've got it at, and it's around 40 pounds. So I'm going to do a little bit of a speed test here, and we'll see what we get. So that's what do we got, 167. $170, and yeah, 168. Yeah, so there's what we got there off the bat there. So that, again, this is like a real world test. This, you know, these speeds, by the way, that I mentioned before, they say are actually done at 29 inches. That's not the 30 inches that you would normally have. They've done it at the maximum this bow is. So, you know, that's sort of middle of the range, 26 inch, with just a standard arrow, and that's the kind of speed that we've got. The other thing to keep in mind is this cam has the option down here for an easy draw and a performance. And it really is. This is quite easy at the start, and then draws back, and it's very, very smooth and soft to draw on. But if I would like to, what I can do is I can literally just take this here and push it up over to there. So we've now got it on this outer post, and I can do the same here. Like I said, I can do that there just with my hands, probably because of the weight. I don't know if I'd try it on some of the other bows that are heavier, but, you know, and now all of a sudden this here has just simply popped up over onto this little performance line mark here. So that's all cool. And all of a sudden, from just doing that alone, you know, we've got 175. Sorry, that was 179. 178. 178 again. Oh, you won't be able to see it, but yeah, 178. So yeah, that there's the PSE Fever, wonderful bow. You know, other bows that would be like it, you know, would be like your Fred Bear over here. You've also got your diamond prism there. They'd be similar bows to this. You know, PSE would today have like the mini burner and micro burner, and then they've got the uprising, which is probably the closest direct replacement for this bow would be the PSE uprising. Yeah, I believe Hoyt had maybe the Cobalt, but that might be sort of just a little bit too small. The Hoyt Clashes, they would have been very similar to this, but Hoyt don't make them no more. So yeah, yeah. Well, that's the PSE, you know, Fever, and it's a wonderful little bow. And if you can get your hands on one, they are a really, really nice bow, especially for, you know, the young children that are going to grow into adults. This is going to have all the adjustment and plenty of performance, and really is a wonderful option.